Hello everybody, this is Dragoon1140 here, bringing you the next Let's Talk. This time we are talking about another Elements the Game video. This is for the noobs, and this tutorial is going to be particularly about Death by popular request again. Death is very unique. Instead of Darkness, which takes advantage of your opponent's creatures, this kills them. It's straightforward, very fun to play actually. It was my first starter deck. Of course, I didn't know you could use the Bazaar for, 2 months, so I never knew to sell or buy or sell cards. I was stuck with this deck for a very long time. Anyway, what you always do is take out the other cards, take out all the gravity cards. The deck we're going to be building, it's all of them, the deck we're going to be building is called a Poison deck, and this is actually used a lot versus AI 3 and sometimes versus Tier 50. Top 50, excuse me. What we're going to be doing is buying a lot of poisons, 4 in particular, or 5 if you accidentally click the button too much. You can only have 6 maximum, don't forget. This is going to be a unique move. Take out your dragon. This normally isn't done, but you need that money in the beginning. Sell out all this, and because Death alone offers a moderate poison with its spell, we need to splash in another element, and this will be our first duo. For this one, we're going to be building a Water Death duo. We're going to be buying 6 Chrysoras. What Chrysoras do is that every turn they're out, you can use 1 Death Quanta to inflict 1 poison damage. And as we get into the fight, I'll show you what poison does. Put in all your Chrysoras and take out all the useless cards, the Gravity Pillar, the Skeletons. Never have plain Skeletons in your deck. They are literally one of the worst cards you can put in there. Take out your Flesh Spider. Sell all of that. And what we're going to be doing is going to the Death element, or sorry, the Water element, and buying 3 freezes. Take out your, again, useless cards, the Boneyards, the Plagues. Go to the Death element, buy 3 Mummies. Sell your Vulture, and your Boneyard. Sell those. And voila, you now have a competent poison deck. What you do, you may ask me, how can we pay for these water creatures? Oh no! What you do is, because in a recent patch actually, the mark change has been set to free. It used to cost 100 Electrum, which we could do anyway now because we have the extra Electrum, but now you can change marks. And what a mark does is it produces 1 quanta of whatever you wish. It could be anything. Then in this case, we're going to switch it to water. So now we can pay for the Chrysoras and the creature control, which is freeze in case you gather up some extra water quanta. The Bone Pillars are to pay for the poison, and if you gather up enough poison, we're going to death. If you gather up enough death quanta, you can actually play for your mummies, which is extra damage. This is very simple deck, very effective actually. This is very streamlined. Because if you haven't noticed already, we have an extra 161 Electrum, so you can really pay for anything you want. As always, go to level 1 or level 0 if you're going for the quests. Pay down our Bone Pillar, and even with just 1 pillar on our starting hand, which isn't great, but it's not bad, we can actually pay for a lot of stuff, because all our stuff is cheap. Pay for 1 Chrysora, 1 poison. Now, if you're in my case, as you're in now, you're gonna need to play the poisons before you use the Chrysoras. In case you didn't notice, my opponent played a card called Purify, which is our enemy, so to speak. Because poison damage, as not shown here, whenever you see this little elemental mark, the death quanta mark, on the health bar, that means they're taking poison damage. However, when the opponent plays a single card in the game called Purify, which is the only counter to poison damage, it completely eliminates the poison damage and it heals them. So that'll be our enemy in here, and hopefully we don't lose this. He's also played a card called Earthquake, which was recently nerfed. What it does is, for a measly 3 Earth Quanta, you can take out a whole 3 pillars. Very useful, very deadly. Play both your poisons and all your Chrysoras. Unfortunately, due to that hit, we're going to be limited on... Wow, the level 1's doing pretty good, actually. We're going to be limited on our poison for a bit. We should be fine. Alright. The opponent played a card called Mind Flayer, which has the skill Lobotomize. What Lobotomize does is that it eliminates a skill from a target creature. In this case, our Chrysaorus, which had poison. This Chrysaorus is useless now, so we're going to push it aside. Keep poisoning all you can. You're still going to out-damage him, even with, hopefully he doesn't play another Purify. That was nasty. Keep freezing, keep poisoning. He played a Thunderstorm, 1 damage to all creatures. Pretty simple. Basic air element. Poison decks are very effective. Unfortunately, his Lobotomizer's back. Anyway, yes. Poison damage. Poison decks are very effective because it's unavoidable damage. Because of your creature count, shields literally don't affect you at all. Now, he played a unique weapon, which I showed before, called Arsenic. And if you have an Arsenic, put it in your deck. It's the perfect addition. 2 damage plus 1 damage every turn, or 1 poison damage every turn. So every time you attack, you gain 1 poison damage on them. Very helpful. As you can see, we already racked up 18 poison damage. That's more damage than any upgraded dragon, and it's unavoidable. Play your mummy since we have extra death quanta, and we win. Very simple deck, very fun to play, very effective again. Alright everyone, that's this for the Noobs video this time. Death. Very fun. Just to summarize, actually, I'm going to put even the deck codes in the description, so if you ever want to see this outside of the video so you have to keep replaying it, I'll put up a link. And it actually has the death code, or the code for it, so you can try it out in the trainer or something before you actually go through with it. So have fun everyone, and see you all later.